Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Look what finally got to me and I finally have time to film with it. This is the new Samarian Sunset palette from Adept Cosmetics. I did purchase this one myself, but look how beautiful this palette is, guys. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this and see a look, hang out with me, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. I want to show you some close-ups of this palette because when I tell you this baby took my breath away, guys, when I got it, I literally gasped whenever I opened it. So this palette, it's a hefty one, guys. It retails for $79, but you can use someone's affiliate code. If you do use mine, it is BRITTANYRAE, and I do appreciate it if you decide to use it. And as of right now, I just tried to add it to my cart to check out, and because I thought it sold out, but right now, that's the time I'm filming it, it's still available to purchase. So if that changes, if they open up a pre-order, if it sells out, whatever, I will make sure to put it in my description box. But as of right now, it looks like you can still purchase this palette, but keep in mind that this is not limited edition, so don't feel pressured to buy it right now because, you know, if it's not limited edition, then you can buy it throughout the year, maybe wait for a sale. But when I tell you, I'm someone who really enjoys a very warm tone of fiery multi-chrome shimmers, and these two rows, like the top two shimmer rows, have my heart. Whenever I was swatching them, they feel absolutely incredible, so I cannot wait to get this on my eyes. I love the layout of the palette. I'm just ready to dive in. This looks like the perfect fall palette for me. I know this is Star Trek inspired. Don't hate me, guys. I've never seen Star Trek. I literally just got done watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4, but that's about as much as I can get into that kind of stuff. But if you love Star Trek, I love that for you. But I'm going to zoom in and start a look now. So try not to judge my makeup. I have been wearing it for 10 plus hours. We went to an amusement park, been riding roller coasters. I'm too old for this, guys. My body is in pain. So if my makeup looks a little crazy, my face has been through it today. And I do have a shirt on. I don't know why it looks like I don't, but it's just like the color of my skin. Anyways, let's dive in and play with some of these matte shades. Look how pretty. And also, if you didn't know, Adept Cosmetics, their palettes are magnetic, so you can get a little tool like this off Amazon or wherever, and you can just pop them out. It makes them match your palette. So I did want to note that in case you didn't know. So I'm just going to try to play with as many shades as possible. Typically, I would just put one multi-chrome on and like be done, but I want to play with these mattes because I can only do one look today. So I'm going to first go in with this shade. I'm not even going to pronounce the shades, guys. Like, don't make me do that. I cannot. I don't know any of them, just about. But I'm going to go in with the lightest matte and just kind of set everything down. This doesn't have much pigment, but it would be perfect to blend out the other deeper mattes in here. I kind of want to go with this peachy one next. We're just going to mush them all over my face. Let me know if you have this palette. I know so many of you picked this one up, and a lot of you are waiting for a sale. It's on your wish list, but you know, not too many palettes literally take my breath away when I open it. But this one, I was like, you got my heart already. So those mattes are pretty. Honestly, this little peachy one has more pigment than I thought it would. You could definitely build this up. I was just kind of seeing, but yeah, they're pretty light, both of them. You know, I'm gonna go in with the greens. Oh, but I kind of want to do fiery shades. We're gonna do greens. I typically don't use this kind of tone. I may put like a brown in here instead of that because I'm basic. But I don't know, I think I might use that for the lower lash line or something just so we can use it. But I want to go in with this one. I'm not even gonna try this beautiful like olivey shade. Whenever they showed this color story, I was like, take my money. Like, I might as well be set up for like auto draft or whatever, because you know I'm gonna get it. You know, I have noticed that Adept, their matte shades, their formula has improved. I love it when brands improve their formulations. Like, they don't just stick with what they're comfortable with. Like, that blended out in seconds. So I'm liking this new matte formula that blended out like instantly. Okay, now I want to go in with the other green shade and see how that pulls on my skin tone. Let's see if it's green or if it's more blue. Let's see. Oh, definitely pulled more of like, I would say this one's more of like a khaki green right here on me, and then this one turned a little olive with what I'm pairing it with, and that is exactly what I was hoping for. Are you overwhelmed with all the new makeup launches? Because there are so many launches happening. I feel like every time I blink there's a new palette or new collection being revealed, and so many new makeup, but I don't have any money for it, you know. So I bought this palette. This was like my palette of the week, and then I purchased the Basic Witch that next week, and now I'm on a no buy for probably 2 weeks, I would say. Should I pick up the Harvest Moon palette from Inslee Rain? That's the one that's catching my eye, but it's so dark and deep, like the mattes are so grungy. I don't know if it would be very complimentary on my skin tone, but I'm in love with that packaging. But as of right now, I'm on a no buy, not a low buy, a no buy, because this brand right here and Bella Beauty Bar took all my money. So those two mattes blended out absolutely perfect. I kind of want to deepen them up just a hair, and then we'll go in with the shimmer. The biggest struggle is trying to decide on a shade because they're all so beautiful. There's even some hollow chromes in here. Like I have a loose hollow chrome glitter. Not glitter. I don't even know, topper or whatever. But this right here, like there's hollow chromes in here, and I think that's so pretty. I don't have many in my collection, but I don't feel like I want to use that. I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. See, it looks green where I'm looking. Oh, that is so cool. Wow. And I'm just going to put that kind of on the inner third. Look how fiery and bright, like orange it is. I almost did an eye swatching video because I feel like that would be more helpful than doing one look, but it's been one of those days where it's like, after I'm done with this, I'm going to shower and I'm going to turn on the new Little Mermaid and just chill and edit because I am exhausted. I've been riding roller coasters and like I'm too old for that. I already said that. Like I just need to relax, you know. Now I want to go in with this shade and put that more on the outer part because believe it or not, it is a little green leaning. If I can show you in the mirror. Okay, you see that in the mirror? Do you see my penguin pants? I'm wearing pajamas. But do you see how green it is in the reflection? And then pink. Yep. I think that will blend in really beautifully with the mattes. This multi-chrome is so smooth, and it looks like it's going to just mesh these two perfectly. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. Wow. I'm just kind of very softly tapping it on, because this one right here would still just show real quick. On the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this shade because I want to try out all the mattes just so I can test them. This is like a beautiful burnt orange, literally fall encapsulated in this palette. Okay. So pretty. My eyeballs look like beautiful fall leaves right now. Yep, no funny business with that shade. It literally performs just like the rest. Now I want to go in with this. Which one do I want to do? I want to go in with this multi-chrome right here. It looks kind of like a maroon, but it flips to like a beautiful gold, yellow. I mean, all the shades. I want to layer that right on top, just so I can try out another shade. And also, I want it to just be sparkly down here. Wow, that is exactly what I wanted. Like, I think I need to show y'all just how, like, beautiful these shades are live. Like, are you kidding me? They are so smooth and buttery. Are you kidding? Look at that. How beautiful and fun. Okay, so now for the inner corner, I want to go into this one right here and really brighten it up and make it like just super fiery. That's like my favorite multi-chrome shade right here. Just that really bright pop. What multi-chromes do you gravitate towards? Okay, so the last thing I want to do, I think I want to add just a little bit of extra pop. I'm going to go in with this shade and just kind of just pat it on a little bit for like a little topper shade for some sparkle. And I'm going to add liner, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I put the Willow liner from Natasha Denona in my waterline, and then I mixed these two lippies from Unearthly. I used Jasmine and Jeanette to get this little lip combo here. I wanted it to be kind of warm and fall leaning, so I really do like how the look turned out. I'm going to turn down the brightness so you can see the sparkle and shift. Okay, so this is what it looks like under low lighting. I really do like Adept how their shimmers always sparkle and they're really shifty. So now I want to zoom you out and give you my first impressions on this palette. Okay, so first let's start off with the packaging. I love the ombre. I think it is so pretty, and I love this like little emblem right here. It's super beautiful and just kind of like shifty in a way, a nice reflection of the palette. And then as far as the color story goes, I think it is so beautiful. It screams fall. I know this is Star Trek inspired, but for me, obviously it's launching almost near fall, so for me it's just a beautiful fall palette. You don't have to love the theming just to buy the palette, and for me especially. And I love how shifty and sparkly all the shimmers really are. I think that the matte shades that they picked are very beautiful. Now this palette cannot go too deep, so you may need to reach in for like a dark brown or black from a different palette, but I do really enjoy the matte shades that they selected. I like how you have this shade to kind of like blend out these two greens, and I like this peachy cream shade that you can blend this more burnt orange shade out with. And y'all already know I really do love the shimmers. If you do not like a warm tone shimmer, multi-chrome, very fiery, don't even get this one, because if you like more like cool tones, blues, greens, things like that, well, and I'm not going to say greens because there are some green shifting shades. If you like blues, purples, more towards the cool tones, this palette won't be for you. These lean very warm, fiery, beautiful in a way, so I did want to make that note. But for me, this color story, it's absolutely beautiful, and I like how they're magnetic, so you can mix and match your other Adept palettes. But for me, this is just absolutely perfect. And whenever I saw the swatches of this palette, honestly, it made me think of the House of Elle palette. It's almost like an extension in my brain. I think that these two will pair beautifully together. So yeah, I just saw this and I was like, wow. I just loved the House of Elle, how these palette, like these shimmers in here, a lot of them were very bright, fiery, warm, and that's kind of like a reflection of what I saw in here. So I did want to point that out. This is one of my absolute favorite palettes in my collection, and this one right here obviously is going to, I think, stand the test of time. I know a lot of palettes, you know, you can get them, they're very hyped up on the internet, and then like within a week or two you don't hear anything else about them. But I feel like this one right here, this is going to be one to stay. This is going to be one that I truly love in my collection. I'm not just going to forget about it. Even if it's not just fall, I'm still going to be reaching for it. Even like summer, you know, these like the super bright shades, I think it's going to be beautiful as far as like the warmth of these shimmers. This is a year-round palette for me, so the price point's a little steep. Don't forget, if you do want this palette, use someone's discount code or wait for a sale since it's not limited edition. And I did see that they are bringing back the Arrow inspired palette, which, let me get it if I can reach it. Yes, it's right here. So this one right here, everyone, a lot of people missed out on it, but if you want it, definitely make sure you follow them on Instagram, because they are going to be launching a few of these palettes for everybody, I guess based on popular demand. But I did want to also note that in this review, keep in mind, this is just my first impressions, but it was love at first sight, and I do really enjoy the look that I came out with. These are just my colors, so I know I'm going to vibe with this palette. Now, if you're curious, if you want to buy it, if the color story speaks to you, the formulation is there. The formula is amazing. The mattes, I think that they have improved their matte formula, especially with these two palettes, and the shimmers are always outstanding. So those are kind of some of my thoughts. Please let me know down below if you are going to be picking this one up. Are you going to be shopping your stash? Is it on your wish list? Because I get it, guys, there's so many new palettes launching, you can't buy them all, but you can definitely appreciate them from afar. But there's some that it's like whenever they go on sale, I'm like gonna get them. But this is one where it's going to be difficult to put this baby down, because I absolutely love these tones so much. But that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.